Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on an Emirates 777. I'm just talking watches and drinking coffee. Talking watches and drinking coffee. In business class on Emirates. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid reviews. This one here is a bit of a weird one. This is from Stephen. Stephen says, hey Arch, thank you. This is paid review 9 SE14. Before we start that, quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek 5127 Calatrava. Archie, I just transferred some money to you to answer this email. My questions are as follows. Number one, what are the best three watches, used or new, under $500? Okay, so what can you get? Look, I got to be completely honest with you there. I honestly, under $500, man, it's like you go to a Mercedes dealer and say, excuse me there, sir, I've got less than a Corolla to spend. What do you suggest? The honest truth is there's no great watches under $500. There's nothing that I would be caught wearing. So in all honesty, under $500, man, I would highly suggest you get some sort of Seiko. That's about it. And it's not a luxury watch, that's just a stopgap. So under $500, garbage. Even in vintage, what are you going to get for $500? Is there bargains, diamonds in the chaff? No, I think you need to honestly spend more. So to answer your question, some sort of Seiko. That's about it. Second question, what are the best 3 to 5 watches under $1,000? Now again, $1,000, man, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel. You're not going to find anything good there. Under $1,000. Look, the only thing you can get that is remotely interesting, and I had a Tudor Hydronaut. Okay, that was kind of the model before the Black Bay. Okay, I had one of those. I sold it. I bought it cheap, and guess what? I sold it cheap because it was fuck ugly. Austin Daniels, he's actually got 2 of the fucking things. Austin, I'll put a link in the description here. Tudor Hydronaut link. He kind of raves about them. Look, they're a quality made watch with an ETA machine, but they're fuck ugly, yes. So are Ball or Berman Mercer watches any good? Personally, no. They're fucking garbage. So what would I recommend for under $1,000? You may be able to get a Hydronaut. This is not recommending. This is, you should be saving more. Question 3. What are the 3 to 5 used watches under $2,000? And I got to tell you, man, absolutely nothing under $2,000, man. So you're still in this. I got to be honest with you, under $2,000, look, you can start to get what's the basic model I recommend? Tudor, Black Bay. Okay, you're going to be looking at probably about 2.5 to 3 US. an Omega Man on the Moon. See, they are already, they're going to be 2.5 to 3.5 second hand for that's the Moon watch. So you're almost there, but no cigar. Okay, you've got to spend a certain amount to get there. Once you're there, hey, well done. Your next question is it worth the difference in price to go from a $500 watch to a $1,500 watch, like a used Omega or Tudor or Breitling, or even a used Jaeger-LeCoultre? Now look, let's back the truck up. At that bottom end there, they're not really great watches, okay? They're going to be ugly dogs. Look, Omega, you're going to get old model in poor condition. Jaeger-LeCoultre, now this is Jaeger-LeCoultre, the only Jaegers you're going to get there. Now, Jaeger-LeCoultre, they actually had some different, they used to do things a little bit cheap and nasty. Jaeger-LeCoultre is the premium brand, and they also had LeCoultre. A LeCoultre is not a Jaeger-LeCoultre, it's their cheapy and nasty brand. You really don't want anything to do with that. Breitlings, look, Breitlings, $1,500 US. You probably need to spend a bit more. Why is it so important? Instead of concentrating on failure and saying what's the best watch for cheap as possible, why don't you get off your fucking lazy ass, do a bit of Ubering, get a second or third job, and fucking buy something very, 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 very decent. Okay? Ideally, you should have $3,000 minimum. Okay? Okay, that's what ideally you should do. Otherwise, so is it worth the price? Well, you need to spend more. $3,000 is what you should be having. Question 5. I see some vintage sellers from great brands for around $2,000. Blank pane Jaeger. Are vintage watches from eBay risky? From eBay sellers risky? I'm nervous that a watch from pre-2000 or pre-80 will be expensive to fix and maintain. I don't want to buy a watch and then lay $800 for a service. Well, okay, for starters, man, the questions you're asking are really fucking rookie questions. I don't think rookies should really be buying on eBay. eBay is like an international marketplace. There's good sellers and there's dodgy dogs, dodgy sellers. Man, what you need to do is get off your fucking lazy fucking ass and earn some real coin to buy some decent. 2.5 to 3,000 is where decent starts. Okay? You are fucking such a stingy cunt. You seem to be missing the point. Personally, I would be buying, if you're a complete rookie, because the questions you're asking are dicky, stupid questions, you've got to find a good dealer. A dealer, that's right, a dealer. I wouldn't be buying off eBay. You don't know what you're doing. Question 6, how do you know if a vintage watch is decent? Now that's just fucking, I gotta be honest with you, a vintage watch is decent. For you, I wouldn't be buying vintage, okay? Don't buy vintage. Don't buy vintage. Vintage, I kind of see vintage as like 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then in the mid to late 80s, 90s, and early noughties, that's what I'd call classic. And then everything which is 2009 onwards is I would call modern. So that's the 3 classifications. How do I know if a vintage watch is decent? Well, fuck me dead. You've got to do research. We've got to find out. When you say decent, you mean is it reliable? Is it going to work? Is it a decent model to have? What the fuck do you mean? That's such a ambiguous question. It doesn't really. What the fuck are you meaning? So I'm not saying to you to buy vintage. I would be buying someone who's young and stupid like yourself. Much better off to buy fucking more modern pieces. Number 7, do you know off the cuff a good watch from my birth year, 1987. No pressure, just if you know one off the top of your head. 1987. Look, I think 1987. The most common birth year watch is Rolex, but you don't have enough fucking money. I would be looking at a Rolex Datejust. 1987 was kind of a year when they were plastic Datejusts. Then in 88 they went to sapphire. So there's some good buys there, but you need more money. You sound like you're a lazy fuck. Get off your fucking YGen ass and get fucking moving. That's what I would do. Number 8, overall, bang per buck, under 1750. What's your best well, that's not enough. That's half what you need. Best bang per buck, I tell you honestly, man. Come on, you're over 20. Okay, you're over 20. Fuck me dead. You're a lazy fucking cunt. That's what you are. You need $3,000. Honestly, my best 2 recommendations to you would be, number 1, Tudor Black Bay. Number 2, Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon, the manual wind. Those 2 are the icons. That's the 2 decent starting level of watch. For me, this is okay, keep reading on here. Fuck me dead. The guy sent me so little, he sends me a fucking page. But we'll humor him, okay? For me, waterproof is optional, although it's cool. I really need it to tell time accurately for as long as possible. If it also has an option to see the day of the month, that is nice, but I'm not tied to that, and by no means am I tied to a chronograph or anything. I'm a lawyer, so often wear dress clothes and suits. Well, why the fuck are you at the bottom end of the market, man? Fucking charge, so get some decent cases and buy a decent watch. I like dress watches, but I'm not afraid to wear 5 watches with a suit. Whatever the fuck does he mean? Even if it's something like an Omega Speedmaster or a Breitling Super Ocean. All in all, I'm most concerned with performance. I appreciate brand names, but that's only one factor to the equation. I'm not afraid to wear Seiko, but Patek, Rolex are my ultimate goal. Well, you sound like a fucking loser, but I'm not there yet. Bottom line, I'd like to set a watch and not worry about it being accurate within 1 to 2 minutes for at least a week. I really appreciate your advice. Your videos are funny and entertaining. No need for that persona in your response unless you're inclined to do so. I'm looking for your actual insight. Finally, do you also offer services where I give you a certain amount of money to find 2 to 3 watches on eBay that you can't believe are for sale? I'm a big value kind of guy. Thank you very much, Stephen. Stephen, you got to earn some more coin. You're a fucking lawyer. What the fuck are you doing wrong, man? You got to fucking get some coin. You need a budget of 3 US. Okay? This fucking nickel and diming, man. That's loser talk. Loser talk. Loser talk. So I hope it's helped, man. You need at least $3,000. Then we can start buying something. Get a Black Bay or a Omega Speed. And that the Omega's not fucking waterproof. No, it's not waterproof. So that's my advice to you. Okay, there you go. That's more than enough bang per buck value I've given you there, Stephen. So fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. What a waste of a law degree. Oh.
Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
David SW. David SW. David SW. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David S.W. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have for a long time been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models? There's only one person I would recommend, David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David S.W. David S.W., the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right, the greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David S.W. He even does things like FP Journe. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David S.W. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.